This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Ladies and gentlemen,
What is y'all doing tonight, bro?
are you ready? Are you ready?
All them toys y'all got in the room, and yet y'all choose to play with crazy stuff. Hush your mouth. Y'all better not be playing with no bubbles. Put them bubbles up. Bubbles gonna make a mess on the floor, bubbles. No, it's cold outside, man. We're not going outside. Man, we're not going outside, man. You tripping, little girl. Don't look at me like that. Crazy. I can't even check my playbook, man. Oh, fuck.
When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set 90 Wolf.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And that's not the start that he was looking for as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Three down.
Throwing, Jones. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll air this one toward Coleman. He's got a man, complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Now Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Down, 50, plant.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
1st down, New York.
On the double. Mike 50.
Jones now on 1st down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A toss play to Chubb. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Rosas puts this one through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. First carry for Darius Geis. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 34-yard line.
Ready. 18 Gator. 59. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Mike, check.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And he finds the tight end, Reed. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Here we go, D. Hey, Mike, go. Mike 51. Wants to run. Let's run it.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Kirksey able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep, Golden Tate. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will be taken at the 13. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Looking to throw. Jones hit, and the ball's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Check out. Hot. Check there. Switch. Fire.
Chubb on the counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. The Redskins have Greg Stroman back deep. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Set, ready. 60 out. Check, 47. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
On 2nd and 12, Haskins looking long for his tight end. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Washington. 66 yards.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Here's Geis. And an alley to run. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Jones operating from the gun. And Ingram holds it in. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 36.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And the tackle there will go to Ryan Anderson. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Let's go, D. Get it.
Looking to throw on second down. Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a gain of 6, and it's third down.
The Giants on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Jones. And Tate's got it. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
His throw caught right around the 6. Now the ball comes loose, and the Redskins scoop it, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Let's go. 50, plant. 50's the mark. Got you. I got you, son. I got you, son.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye.
Hey, two.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
They'll try again with Chubb. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, Haskins. Flush to his right. Bears it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Geis with a carry on second down. He's got daylight. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Redskins have once again taken the lead. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Looking to throw, Haskins. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Christian Kirksey able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted by the Giants. His guys take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Jones now throwing again. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, all right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is Geis, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 33-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Geis again. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Haskins on 3rd down. And he finds McLaurin. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
First down and 10 yards to go.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Got it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And again, it's Chubb. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Guy showing he's going to be an important part of this Redskin backfield as he's in there again for 1st down. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Checking things elsewhere. 3rd quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Let's go, tackle, let's go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd and inches, Jones under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line. Well short of the first down marker. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. We got 3.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On the ground, it's Geis. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. Geis. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On the ready. Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, here we go. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, it's coming down.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll run with Geis. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Washington Redskins, first down. First and goal.
They come out here in the I. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Ready?
Now Jones throwing on 4th down. Looking for Shepard. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Giant, Landon Collins. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now Haskins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Mike spot 9, Mike spot. Man out.
Here's Haskins. And the pressure gets to him again. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now it's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 79 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Hey, let's get this.
2nd and 13. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jones to throw again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at the 20. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. From the 29, Haskins. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Now it's Tate. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10.
Ready, break. 56. Check 56. 3 buzz. General West. Hit it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really...
And it's a fumble, and the Redskins scoop it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Ready? 51 to Mike. Yeah. You don't want none.
Now a run with Geis. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Redskins 49, Giants 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Open man right side is Ingram. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's Jones on 3rd and 2. It's caught, Shepard. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the 1st down. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.